Hi, my name is Steele. I'm the National Sales Manager at Kilgore International. You can find us at kilgoreinternational.com, and today we're going to be showing you all of our mount variations so you can set up your Typodont in any scenario. We're going to have everything time-stamped down below, so check out the description, and let's go ahead and get to the mounts. This is your CBM3 mount. It's a bench desktop mount only. And what you want to do is make sure this adjusting portion is down to the width of the table. Go ahead, use this black adjusting knob, tighten it down. You have the Typodont now. You of course want to make sure the circle portion goes over the mount. Go ahead and tighten the wing nut down to the flat portion of the bar. Bring the DP lock up. Tighten that on, jaws locked open. Now, quarter turn of the silver lever, and you can adjust this any way you want. So you want to get nice and low here, especially if you have students that are a little bit shorter. Get a nice low angle for them. You can bring them back up, you move it side to side. Once you're in your desired position, go ahead, lock it in, nice and stable, and you're ready to work. This is our CBM3W. Now you saw our CBM3 that had the standard 8-inch rod. This one we actually increased to a 12-inch rod. So that way it gets you a little bit better angles here and there if you need to come out farther away from the desk or the tabletop. But again, this one is only for a bench or desktop only. But go ahead, back this down, attach it, make sure it has enough room for the width of the desk or the bench top. Use the black adjusting knob, tighten it down till it's snug. Now we take your Typodont, again use the circular portion over the top part of the mount, tighten the wing nut down to the flat portion of the bar, have your DP lock, again go ahead and rotate this up and over the model, tighten it down, jaws locked open. Now, just like the CBM3, you go ahead and give a quarter turn to the silver lever. You could adjust it down, you could adjust it 360 degrees pivotable, you have side to side movement. Again, once you get it in the desired position you prefer, go ahead, give another quarter turn to the silver lever, lock it in, then you're ready to go. This is our CBM3A mount. The nice part about this mount is it's compatible with the desk or bench top or even the glide bar of a dental chair. You'll notice that the top portion of the ball joint comes out here to give you that versatility. Now you want to make sure this is adjusted so you have enough width for the desk or bench top. Slide it on, use this black adjusting knob, tighten it down. Once it's snug and ready to go, we have our Typodont. You want to take the circular portion, put it over the top part of the mount, tighten the wing nut down to the flat portion of the bar. Now you have the DP lock. Again, to slide up and over the model, tighten it down, jaws locked open. Now we're all set, ready to go. Take this a quarter turn of the silver lever, and now you can adjust it where it's 360 degrees pivotable. You can bring it down here. If you prefer a lower angle than this and you're only going to work on a desk or a bench top, I recommend the CBM3. This is still a great mount because of its versatility. Once you have the desired position, you can go ahead, another quarter turn to that silver lever, and you're ready to go. Now we can go take a look at how this operates onto a glide bar of a dental chair. All right, this is the CBM3A. So when we want to mount it onto the glide bar of a dental chair, the headrest is up, flat metal glide bar is exposed. We go ahead and we put it through. Go ahead and this black adjusting knob, you want to tighten it down to the glide bar portion. Once you get it snug, now you're locked into place. So we're going to go ahead and take our Typodont here. We're going to put it through the circle portion. Go ahead and tighten the wing nut down to the flat portion of that mount. Bring the DP lock up here. Now we lock the jaw open. Tighten it down. We're all set to go. When you want to make your adjustments, go ahead and take this silver lever, give a quarter turn, and now you can go, side to side. You move it up and down and around. And then when you have it locked into place, your desired position, you go ahead and rotate the silver lever back up to another quarter turn, and you're locked into place. This is our CBM5 mount, our most versatile mount we offer. You can go onto the bench top, desktop, or a glide bar of a dental chair. Nice part is too, has several ball joints on here, so you can get all the realistic movements of a patient. Here we're going to show it onto a bench top. So we're going to, of course, widen this open to the width of the bench top. Use this black adjusting knob, tighten it down towards snug. Once you're snug onto the tabletop, go ahead, take your mount, or your model, and we're gonna go ahead and put the circular portion over top of the mount. Use the wing nut, tighten it down. Once we have that fixed onto here, we go ahead, take this DP lock, slide up over the model, lock it in, jaws locked open. Now we have these different ball joints here, so you could rotate the bottom one and get 360 degrees pivotability. Once you have it set in the position you prefer, go ahead, tighten it down. Now we use this one here for a chin up, chin down motion. So once you have it set to the position you prefer, go ahead, tighten it down again. This side lever here is for a side-to-side movement. So again, all the realistic movements of a patient, you can get almost any angle you need to with this mount. And the nice part is too, is that there are several levers here. So if you're gonna run into a tabletop or you're gonna run into another lever, these are all spring loaded. So all you need to do is go ahead, pull up and adjust, pull up and adjust. And you can move it out of the way. You can get more torque on one of these levers. And again, spring loaded. Now that you have it in your position, all your levers are set, now you're ready to work. And now what we're gonna do is gonna show you how it operates on the glide bar of a dental chair. Now we have the CBM5. This one is a double ball joint, has a lot more versatility than some of our other mounts. And once we attach it on here, again, the headrest is moved up, we have the flat metal glide bar exposed. What we wanna do is go ahead, put this on, rotate the black adjusting knob here in the back, tighten it down. And now for a Typodont, we're gonna put this circular portion into the mount. Go ahead and feed it through. And then you wanna tighten this wing nut down to the flat metal portion of that glide bar. You have the DP lock. Again, we're bringing it all the way up, letting it sit, locking it down. Now the jaw is locked open. So with the double ball joint, what's nice about that is, of course, you have your chin up, chin down movement, as well as your side to side movement. So go ahead and rotate it. So it's all the accurate positioning that a patient would do. And of course you have it to be 360 degrees pivotable. So if you have to get a certain angle, you can go ahead and move it that way. And nice part about this mount too is that anytime you're gonna run into another handle or you're running into too close to the dental chair, these are all spring loaded. So I'll show you on this one here, you can actually take it, pull it, and then readjust. And that happens with every single one of these handles. So you can get any adjustment necessary without having to run into something. And that's your CBM5 mount. All right, this is our CBM5A mount, identical to the CBM5 in every way, shape, and form, but we took that 8-inch standard rod and we reduced it down to this rod here. And this mount here is best used with a Manikin system. So one of our Darwin simulation mannequins, a CPH system, something along those lines, you'd want to use this mount here. And the reason being is because when you're onto the glide bar of a dental chair, you tend to get a better headrest position than you would with the CBM5. It'd be a little bit too tall. So that's what we'd recommend this for, but we're still going to show you how it operates here on the bench top and go from there. So we have the opening here. We go ahead and make sure we have enough gap where we can tighten this black adjusting knob down to its snug on the bench top. Once we're snug here, we go ahead and we take our Typodont. Circular portion goes over top. Tighten the wing nut down to the flat portion of the bar. Go ahead, loosen the DP lock, bring it up and over the Typodont. We're gonna tighten it right down there so the jaw's locked open. Now we're all set to go. Go ahead, rotate the bottom lever. Now you have 360 degrees pivotability. Once you're set in the position you prefer, tighten this down. Now we have the chin up, chin down movement. We go ahead and lock in the position we want. Now we have side to side movement. So you can see all the realistic movements of a patient. That's what makes this mount, the mount unique. But again, if you're not gonna be using a Manikin system, I do recommend the CBM5 mount. But now we're gonna show how this CBM5A mount adapts to the glide bar of a dental chair. This is the CBM5A mount. And what makes this one a little bit different is we actually reduce this rod in the top portion to get a better angle and to get more natural position on the headrest. And it works great with the Darwin simulation mannequin, any one of our Manikin systems, or even just a standard Typodont. So what you want to do is you have the headrest, of course, move. You have the flat metal glide bar exposed. We're going to go ahead and attach this on. You want to take the black adjusting knob, tighten it down to where it's snug. And now we can go ahead and move our position. So we have our Typodont here, take the circle portion, put it over the top. You want to tighten this wing nut down to the flat portion of the bar. And of course this DP lock, again, you go ahead and move up, attach on, jaws locked open. Well, now we can move it any which way we need to. So it's Because of the double ball joint here, it is 360 degrees pivotable. You also have a chin up, chin down mobility. And then you even have a side to side option as well. So all the natural movements of a patient here in one mount. And then you lock in and you're all set to go. All right, this is your KI003A. This is your glide bar dental chair mount. So once the headrest is moved up, you have this flat metal glide bar. Go ahead and open your latch, slide it through, shut. You tighten this black adjusting knob down till you get it nice and snug on the glide bar, and now you're all set to go. Have your Typodont here. Of course, you want to insert this into the hole, tighten it down on the wing nut to the flat portion of the bar. And of course, here's your DP lock. Go ahead and rotate this up here. Tighten it down, you're set to go. Once the Typodont is in place or your Manikin system, all you need to do is just loosen this lever here. Now you can go ahead and rotate it any position. You want to get higher up on the headrest. You want to get lower on the headrest. Totally up to you. Once you have it in your desired position, go ahead and lock it in place. All right, this is our Nissin chair mount. You can find it on our website, it's under chair mount. When this comes into play is when you don't have a headrest that can slide up and down and have that glide bar. Otherwise, you could use one of our compact mounts that works out perfect. If you don't have that, then you have to be able to strap it around your chair. So this comes with 2 straps that wrap around here, and then 2 straps that go over top that Velcro on. And once that's set up just like this, you go ahead, you take your Typodont, you go ahead and put the circular portion here, tighten it down to the flat portion of that bar, and then you have their DP lock right here. Slide all the way through. Now we're locked on. Now you have 2 different ball joints here, so you can rotate it, just give it a quarter turn, and go ahead and move it any which way you'd like. When you have it set close to the headrest, go ahead and tighten it back down, and you could even take this here, and now you can rotate it side to side, up or down, whatever you need to. Once it's in the proper position and you're ready to work, go ahead, tighten it down, and you're all set to go. All right, this is our Porta Sim Stand. So it's a portable mount, very versatile. If you want to take it, collapse it down, bring it home with you to practice, or you want to bring it to school to practice, you can go anywhere you want it to go. That's the nice part about it. So with this, if you want to make any kind of adjustments, if you're sitting down, standing up, whatever's most comfortable for you, if you're a taller student, shorter student, all you have to do, take this knob here, adjust it. You can collapse it down if you want. You can even move this tray up and collapse it down further, or you can sit it up real tall. Once you have it to the adjustment you would prefer, go ahead and give it another quarter turn, tighten it down. Now you're ready to work on the Typodont. So you go ahead, take your Typodont here. We're going to go ahead, take the circular portion, place it over top of the mount. Once you're in place, you take that wing nut, you tighten it down to that flat portion of the bar. Now we have this DP lock. You see you can adjust it up or down. Bring it up and over to the Typodont, put it on the ledge surface here, tighten it down. You're all set. Now once you're in position, go ahead, give a quarter turn to this adjusting knob here. Now you can move it down, up, side to side. Once you have it in the desired position you want to have it to give you the best angle possible, go ahead and tighten it down, and then you're ready to work. The nice part is, don't forget about this instrument tray here. This is a nice piece to kind of collect your instruments, and while you're practicing, so you don't have to go reach around for them. They're all right here in the contained unit ready to go. And then if you want to take this and move it to a different classroom, take it to your car, bring it home with you, all you have to do, pick up your Porta Sim Stand, you can collapse it down. You can even drop this tube down into where it's nice and tight, and then you're all set to go. All right, so this is a slide rail mount. So if you have any kind of cabinetry or you're limited on space, this is a great option to mount any kind of mannequin head or just a Typodont and have it ready to go here for the students. So when they're done working here and they're ready to work on their Manikin system or Typodont, all they have to do is make an adjustment and they're good to go. So the nice part is with the slide rail mount, you can adjust it farther out, you adjust it farther in. Totally up to you. You have a nice long lever, so if you want, you can just keep it tucked away like I have it shown here in this stationary spot. And when you're ready to work, the students have to just give a slight quarter turn to the handle, adjust the mount. Now, get it to the desired position, if they're shorter students or taller students, and then once it's adjusted, go ahead and tighten it down. Now, we have our Typodont here. Of course, you have the circular portion. You want to make sure you slide that over top. Tighten the wing nut down to the flat portion of that bar. And we're gonna take our DP lock, you see it adjust here, slide over the top of the Typodont, tighten it down. Now the jaw is locked open, you're ready to work. The nice part is now you have this side handle here. So again, I showed you earlier, we could make the adjustment. You go chin up, chin down here, but once you're in your desired position, you have the proper height adjustment. Go ahead and tighten it down. And then you have this side handle. Just give a quarter turn, and you go ahead and you can move this anywhere you want. So you can even move it. You have the whole circular portion here. It can just pivot around for you if you like, and then get to your proper adjustment. And then once you're there, go ahead and tighten it down. And then you're all set to go. And these are all our mount options. We hope to have some updates for you in the future. But go ahead, give us a like, hit a subscribe, check us out at kilgoreinternational.com, and we'll see you in the next video.